broadcast live.
Coming to you live.
We're live
From the basement of an abandoned training facility where we talk about fighting, training, and events. It's the Fight Mixer Show on the Three Beards Podcast, where you can hear about all the local and world combat sports happenings. Get ready. It's time to gear up and square up because we're going live.
And now,
Broadcasting live.
We will broadcast
live
With Craig, Chris, Austin, and Matt on the Fight Mixer Show.
Welcome to the Three Beards Podcast. My name is Craig, along with Chris, Austin, producer Matt, and our esteemed guest of the evening, Mitchell Chamale. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
Good.
Wonderful.
All right.
Good.
Now, so we've got a first question. Combat Night. I said you're listed as the director of awesomeness. So now, what's your official title at Combat Night?
My official title is if it needs to get done and it hasn't been done, I do it. I'm
That's awesome.
I'm the CEO. Like I say, well, I don't really. I mean, I don't think I even sign most of my emails like that. I just sign my name.
That's pretty much why, the one, right? The one. I am the one. If you want something to do with Combat Night, I am the one. That works, sir. No, I want to give a shout out right now to Debbie Gamble. Happy birthday to her today. She's a big fan.
Oh,
she's
nice.
the one that's helped kind of get us in touch with everybody, along with yourself. And want to thank her. Wish her happy birthday. And
Debbie's awesome, man. She's a huge fan of the sport. She's always there supporting. She's always showing love. I can't say enough good things about Debbie.
But we hear the same thing from every fighter. I can't wait to meet her. Everybody says she's a big bowl of awesomeness. So you're originally from Orlando. Are you originally from Orlando?
I actually grew up in Polk County. And from there I went to Tallahassee for I want to say like 6 years.
Ugh.
And that's where I started doing. Yes, sir. That's where I started doing representing that Garnet
and gold, baby.
Yeah, that's where I started doing the combat nights at, and then I moved to Orlando after the fact.
Okay, cool. Definitely.
that's so. I've just been looking over your thing. So, out of all of your fighting styles, what would you say is your favorite? Because you've got MMA. I've seen Muay Thai. Obviously, which one do you prefer to fight in?
My particular art form is definitely Jujitsu. I'm 7-2, and I got 7 wins by submission. So I'm definitely, that's what I'm looking to do is choke somebody out, break an arm.
Choke them out.
I put 2 people to sleep.
I know, I seen it. It's like, oh my God, to do you almost suplex, but and you just choked him out like he was out of there. Night, 46-second choke out. I'm like,
that was great.
And that was actually on my birthday. My birthday is January 30th. I'm like, dude, I wish I would have known about that event, but you really choked him out. And most of all your chokes, I see guillotine choke, I see rear naked choke. You like to choke a bitch out. He's going to sleep.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, no.
It's just easier that way. I think arm bars and arm locks and joint locks in general. If you're tough, you're not gonna tap. But if you don't got no air, you're gonna go to sleep.
I don't think he even gave that guy a chance to get some air. When you picked him up, I was like, it was almost WWE. You just had him up in the air.
Yeah, that was weird. That's never happened. I've never really even seen that in a fight before. So I'm not sure how that happened.
Because at one point his feet were up on your legs trying to pull himself away, and then you just almost lifted him straight up. And I'm like, dude, he's gonna full on pull him back and just lay him on his back. I'm like,
yeah.
I seen it, Jeremy.
Cool.
I was watching also your Jeremy Alexander the fight where he kept trying to strike you, leg strike you, and he didn't look like he was trying to line up at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think in that one too, I was getting the better of his legs as well. So whenever his leg was pretty purple at the end of the first round. If you go back and look at that video, I won that one by submission, but it should have been a TKO because he was screaming, he couldn't see, he had blood in his eyes, and that's why they stopped the fight. So it was like a verbal submission, but it was a verbal submission to elbows.
God.
I was so pissed. I wanted to have knockout on my record, and because he verbally tapped, they call it a
Yes, said verbally tapped. So he said he quit.
Yeah,
I
didn't know that.
Wow.
Jesus.
Well, that Muay Thai battle with that same guy, Jimmy Alexander. Man, that one.
Yeah.
When you kicked, I saw it. Your toe went right across, and then all of a sudden he went down. I thought it was going to continue. I mean, I didn't realize they were going to have to stop the fight over that.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it a couple times in MMA now. It's very rare, but it's just like the finger. You know what I mean? Like anything go in your eye. It's definitely a little less intentional. Whenever you're standing and you're pointing your fingers out, it's one thing. So it's definitely less. It's kind of hard to be intentional in that aspect.
Oh no, that one was just,
you guys are from Orlando, right?
Yeah. Well, Greg's not.
we're kind of all over. I mean, we're kind of centered around Winter Garden. We got more like Ocoee, Howie in the Hills. I'm closer to Disney World.
Okay. Dang, that's a big difference. Yeah. I train out in Ocoee, so we have Disney. Okay. Obviously, we have Disney passes. We're from here because we live in Castleberry, so.
Where do you train in Ocoee?
The West Oaks Mall at Fusion Excel.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know there was one in there. Nice. What's the age ranges for that?
He has a kids program. He has an awesome kids program.
Yeah.
There's multiple UFC fighters in there teaching classes. And it goes all the way up to, UFC fighters. So everything from I think 4 or 5 all the way up to UFC fighters. So
that's nice. Yeah, I was looking into doing that too because I want to get. Yeah. I always liked MMA and fighting. I kind of want to get into it, just get like a workout on it. But my oldest son is 4, so I wanted to get. He loves fighting, so if I can get him into jujitsu or karate, he would love it. So I didn't know there was one in Ocoee. That's awesome. I'll look into that.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there in the West Oaks Mall, man. It's called Fusion Excel, and Hidalgo Vieira trains there. Mike Perry. Hannah Goldie's been there. I mean, they've had laundry list of UFC fighters come through those doors, and they're just really good people. They're really good. They're down to earth, and it's fun times there, man.
Yeah, I didn't know it was in there. That's crazy.
That's cool because that's not far at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking 8-9 miles, from Winter Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that, to that area, so that's pretty good. So, question, it's like, so when did you get started with MMA and fighting? I mean, when did you finally decide I want to try this as an actual, endeavor?
So whenever I took my first fight, I had roughly like three months of it, not even 3 months of MMA training, like 2 months of MMA training, but I had been doing some jujitsu, had done a little bit of boxing. And it's got an opportunity to fight for money. Back then in Florida, they didn't have there wasn't an amateur in Florida a few years back. You had to go pro, or you had to go to Georgia and fight amateur. And I got offered a fight at the gym I was at. They're like, "Hey, you want to fight?" And I was like, sure." For money, I was like, "I'm down for that."
Nice.
So my first 2 fights were like that. I didn't really realize I was a professional fighter. I thought I was just fighting for money. I thought it was crazy. I was doing something that was illegal, to get paid.
Yeah.
It wasn't until Bellator called me that I felt like I was like, oh shit, I'm a pro fighter now.
There you go.
Well, that Border Wars fight, that when we talked about it, against Jimmy, that one was an interesting setup because I don't think I've ever seen that with the round, conference tables surrounding the ring. There wasn't like a lineup of chairs. It was just kind of like people came and go on a state fair and, just decided to take up a chair and watch you guys brawl. It was really weird.
Yeah. That's Georgia. Georgia can get a little weird. But if I'm being honest, that was one of the funner fights I've ever been, like atmosphere wise. I fought another kid there. It was his hometown. He called me out on that same venue, and it's a weird venue. It's like an outdoor pavilion. I mean, I grew up in Polk County. I mean, I was an FFA. I was, I raised animals and stuff. Like, I'm about as country as they come when it comes down to like how I was raised. So, I mean, I liked the outdoor pavilion. Like, it'd have been nice if they had mats for us to warm up on. But other than that, I mean, it was pretty cool. I liked it. No, it wasn't cold. A lot of times you go into a venue and you take off your jacket and you get cold. It's like, fuck, but it was nice. It was nice and humid.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was kind of an interesting just setup. Like I said, I'd never seen it before because I'm just watching. There's people walking all around in the back, and people kept switching chairs, and just they'd sit down for a little while and clap, and then they'd get up and leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, different.
You gotta find my other video, the one where I fought when I fought Brandon Riles out there. Man, that was an interesting. Like Miley Cyrus, and
I'll have to see if I can. Yeah, I don't know.
The crowd was booing me.
Nice.
No, I didn't see. I did not see
all my videos are pretty hard to find. Yeah, all mine are pretty hard to find.
Well, we have
really available fights of mine.
We might have an ability to get your videos out there and just share them on our page.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for no reason. I never really shared them because it's kind of like, I'd rather people not see them. You know what I mean? I'd rather just not have that many videos out there. A lot of players want all these videos of them fighting, but then plenty of tape for people to watch.
Yeah.
That's, it was kind of like one of the things I want to bring up with you as well is the sparring sessions that you had with Kai. I saw 3 of them on there.
Kai.
Yeah. There was 3 sparring sessions that you did with him, at least on YouTube. That's
Kai, little Kai?
Yeah.
Like 12-year-old?
Yeah, the Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Yeah, those ones were those pretty actually entertaining. I was like, do you plan on ever doing any more of those type?
That was actually Kai's account. I want to say that he did them through his, I think, because that kid's actually like really popular. He's sponsored. Come here, bro. Give me a hug. Come here, bro. Come here. Give me a hug. Give me a kiss.
Now was that the one that was sleeping with you on the chairs there at that event?
Yeah, that's my chunk.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I was telling the guys about that photo. I'm like, that's pretty cool. You're all in on something when you're so tired, you're passing out with your kid on conference room chairs that you put together for a bed.
Yeah.
So that was was that one of the combat night events that you guys that photo was taken?
Yeah, that was actually the March 21st one. That was just on we had an event March 21st in Jacksonville, right at the beginning of all this coronavirus stuff happening. And we had to do a no fans in the stands. So nobody was there. The whole venue was dark, and it was nap time. So I went over there and just got a nap going with them.
There you go.
And then Debbie asked, it's the big question. Dana White's trying to find a way around this. I'm sure as you and everybody else is trying to find some way to put on the fights. But when this is all clear and we can go, Debbie wants to know, when do you think that, you could possibly have the next fight, lined up?
I think the most likely, I think responsible time to have a fight is probably going to be late June, maybe even mid-July. Right now in the state of Florida, all gyms have been shut down till May 8th. So let's say, I know there's promotions right now that are trying to make shows happen on May 2nd. Just how does a fighter go through a good fight camp doing that? How does it benefit them to go in half prepared? Yeah. And not only that, but from the promoter standpoint, it's like you can't possibly think that you're going to do well because this is going to have I feel like this is going to go on for weeks of people not wanting to go out in the crowds and being around people. It's not going to just go away. So I think that maybe by the end of June, gyms will be back in. People will be, I think, training in with their training camp, their partners, and getting back to the swing of things. I think a 6-week training camp is fair. So let's say that May 8th is whenever they don't extend that, and everyone's allowed to go back to their gyms on May 8th. 6 weeks from that would be June 22nd, June 21st. I think that's a reasonable time to expect a show to happen.
There you go. Well, I've been a novice for MMA. I didn't really get into it. I've been getting more into it the past year. Probably still a question. What is the main difference between UFC and Bellator? I didn't know Bellator existed till the past year or two.
Really, it's not much, man. I mean, they're both high-level athletes, both professional fighters at both. The leagues are the same. If they go to, it doesn't matter what league they're in, what state they go to is going to govern their rules. So if they both go to Las Vegas, they both get a Las Vegas commission. If they go to Florida commission. Okay. Even whenever they travel around the state, the rules will change depending on where they go. But as far as between them, there's not a whole lot. They're just different. Fighters decided to sign with them. It's kind of NFL and XFL. Only you make just as much money.
Who would you say has the hardest commission rules?
Man, there's some crazy commissions out there. I know that North Carolina only allows you to gain a certain amount of weight back after you weigh in. They re-weigh you on fight day. That's pretty crazy. Some of the California makes you get like brain scans and like heavy medical panel to fight, so it just makes it hard because you don't make a lot of money. It just makes it hard to get all those tests done. But I mean, it's all for the fighter safety. I get it, but definitely I think Florida's one of the more laid back states.
It seemed like Florida's pretty laid back. Looking over some of the fight rules and stuff, I'm like, Florida's pretty laid back to me. It seems like.
Yeah, they are.
So how did Combat Night come about? I mean, when was this? When did this idea first pop in your head to start this?
We were actually cornering a guy at an event in Fort Pierce called Rise of a Warrior. They still do shows. Daniel Donaldson is a promoter for it. And we cornered a kid named Valdez. On the way back, we were talking and pretty much just like, man, we could put together something like that. Like, we had never been to a show that was that nice. Like, everything we had been to before, like outdoor pavilions and like, state fairground, like that kind of stuff. And we were like, man, that he made it classy. That's what we need to do up in Tallahassee, to put a classy show together and make people want to come out and like a dress to impress type night. And so we got back to town, and 3 months later we had our first event.
Wow, that's awesome.
And that was all downhill from there, or uphill.
Did y'all pack the house in Leon County?
We did in our first few shows. We did well. We did well enough to survive and keep doing shows, make a little bit of money. But really, we learned how to do shows more cost efficient, and that's what really made it work in the beginning. Probably the first 40 shows were really hard, but Tallahassee now, it's sold out every time. Like, we did the Civic Center twice. We put over 5,000 people in the Tallahassee Civic Center, and you can't find me another regional show that puts over 5,000 people, especially an amateur one. Like, that just don't happen. And we did it twice in Tallahassee in 1 year.
Well, y'all actually, that's awesome. Y'all actually just broke history with your last event. I mean, you were the only event in the whole United States going on that weekend. Yes, that was the ESPN report.
Yeah, man.
But it obviously wasn't, it was live, but obviously there wasn't no fans. But how was it? How did the fighters react with no fans?
Honestly, they were kind of more hype, man. I mean, you heard their punch a little bit better. There was no hiding. It's gonna hurt. The crowd wasn't loud. Like, there was nothing to distract them. It was almost like watching a theater. Like, it was very, very unique to have complete silence and then hear bop, bop, and then you hear someone yell something. You hear another guy yell something, and then bop, bop, and like. It was, the energy was really good in there, man. The energy was really good.
Now, can you see that becoming more of a thing even after this is all over with COVID, to where we have more of these fewer crowds, more of a pay-per-view style? Like,
you make money. That's the thing.
That more way, instead of just ticket sales, more towards, I want to get this on a thing, and like us, paying to just watch it.
It's very possible. We have pay-per-view as well, but just to be honest with you, man, like I don't think there's anyone out there that unless they got a Fight Pass deal, and the Fight Pass deal pays well, it'd be hard to do an event with the fans in the stands only, or no fans in the stands. Maybe not for the UFC, but even then, you're still talking about losing millions of dollars. I mean,
yeah,
I think short term, people are gonna have to rely heavy on marketing, on pay-per-views, and at home viewership for the short term. But I think hopefully in the next year, get back to not being weird of shaking hands and stuff.
Yeah,
I think
Debbie
shaking hands.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I was gonna say, Debbie tells me, that I need to just stop right now. That is not a good way to go. She has to. Be there, so,
it's not gonna happen.
Quit even talking about it. Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Tamara, Melvin,
I'm curious.
Yeah,
I'm curious about that.
There's a story apparently about a napkin that is a pretty cool story to talk about. She said, "Have him tell us about."
Is it the business plan napkin? It's an envelope, actually.
Could be.
It's one of those.
It's on my. I think so. Maybe I think this is it. It's just a business plan. So when we were driving,
yes, he framed it.
That's awesome.
A piece of envelope, and it's our business plan. So there's a back to this too. So when I take this off in the back, you'll see it's just like a shitty piece of envelope. But what I think is really cool about this, one, we have some guys on here that are still with us. Like we have Richard Cox, who's our matchmaker, and he's been our matchmaker since day one. So you see Richard Cox, the first name on that list.
Yeah.
And he's still he's like my right hand man right now. And then it's cool to see all these places on here like Hobbit. We still go to weigh-ins there. It's just cool to see this. And what makes it even better was that this is an envelope. Like why would he keep this? But for some reason he kept it. And Josh gave it to me as a Christmas gift, like probably 4 or 5 years ago.
It's some small things that count. That means a lot. He actually saved a napkin with the business trajectory of y'all business.
That's awesome. And he framed it.
So I had a couple more questions, off the rim. Is your fight career over? I mean, I noticed you haven't fought since 2015. Are you gonna get back in the ring, or are you just pushing this fight combat night? Is that your thing? I know you want to choke somebody else out. Somebody's waiting to get choked out.
you need a knockout. You need to have a knockout.
Been that long since I fought.
Yeah.
Man, that's a long time since I haven't fought.
So you think you're gonna make any moves?
I want to make the walk one more time, man. Like anyone out there that I train with or train with me that knows that I got it. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about me having it or not. I love it. I really enjoy training a lot. I train 2 or 3 times a day usually. Even with everything's going on right now, I'll still get in a nice run in a training session. But yeah, I definitely want to get one more in. But not for anybody else but me. It'll probably be something that I do out of the country, and I won't advertise it. I won't talk about it. I'll just do it. Because I really don't like the extra pressure. I don't like everyone knowing that I'm doing something. The last time I fought in Orlando, I think I sold like $12,000 or $13,000 in tickets.
Nice.
So I got a big following, and I just don't. It's like the extra pressure that, for me at least, I'm a head case. So I gotta just do something. So yeah, I got one more in me. I can't believe it's 5 years, man. That's crazy.
Well, if you have a fighter that you've been looking,
that.
If there's a fighter you've been looking to go after, I mean, we're more than happy to have a call out, and we'll try to get them on here, and we'll try to facilitate, get the talk between the two, get something on paper.
Yeah, I definitely want to fight somebody that has the potential to like put me out. I don't want to fight a cupcake, but yeah, I mean, I definitely want to fight somebody who's tough. So that's why I can't have it for combat night. I ain't fitting to pay for somebody to knock me out. I ain't fixing to pay me to choke me out. Like, you got me. People's like, why don't you just fight combat night? And I'm like, yeah. How's that gonna look if I end up in the back of an ambulance and I'm having to? The guy's, hey, where's my money? No.
He still collect the bag. He still collect your bag after you. Wow. Yeah. No. That's all bad.
You just knocked out the boss.
I couldn't do it.
die.
Yeah, nah, I ain't about to do that.
No.
If I were to fight for my own show, it would have. Yeah, I couldn't bring in somebody that I thought was gonna. I mean, I want to fight some war. I want to fight somebody that's going to be like something to remember. So I don't want that to happen on my show.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I know a buddy of mine was trying to go to Poland, but I think they canceled that. So I mean, I know, is it hard to get bouts out of the country? I mean, it's not right. I mean, right now, of course, but you just line up with other fighters. What facilitates that? How do you find other fighters in other countries that's willing and ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, it's really not that difficult. The only reason I haven't done it is really I'm so busy with combat night. You know, I think we just did our 118th show on March 21st. We do like 16, 20 a year. We average, and like 6 of them are pro. Like no one in the state doing that many shows. And so it's really time consuming. You know, we got a lot. I got a lot of journeys that I play a role in, and just that's where I feel like I'm being called to, and that's what I'm being pulled to right now is to you know, play that role in these fighters' lives and their journeys and help them get to the top.
Well, definitely. You know, if we can help you out in any way, help you out in any way, we'll be glad to. You got some fighters you want to get a call out, you know, promote an event. You know, if we can help you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We can throw it on our.
For sure. I gotta come out to the next Orlando.
Yeah, for sure.
Where does the Orlando one usually be at? I mean, I've been in Orlando all my life, and I've never really heard about boxing in Orlando, MMA in Orlando. Where does it usually be at?
We've had them at when Roxy nightclub. We've had them at Gill. We've had them at Orlando Live Events. We've had them at a few places. Orlando Sports Center. You know, I mean, wherever's big enough to put a cage and put people in there, I'm down to have a fight.
There you go.
Okay.
So we had quite a few venues in Orlando.
Definitely. Make sure you keep us posted. We'd love to come out and, you know, maybe broadcast the event on our page.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we definitely want to. We definitely want to see, you know, one of those fights. I mean, just let us know, and then if you have anybody on your cards, you know, that's in your state, you know, you want to help get their name out, just let us know. I mean, this
go live, yeah.
We'd love to have them on. So it's just all you got to do is just, send them our way. Send them our way, and what, like I said, we'd love to give you guys some support and help promote your thing, and, you know, keep this rolling for you as well, and let this go, because you know, having more events isn't going to be a bad thing for us at all.
So, you know, I'm watching Ultimate Fighter, stupid old show. How you said you don't throw your videos out there often. How do you get big names from UFC or Bellator to recognize you and call you out, and other fighters and stuff like that?
Well, they don't really. So, like, they don't call you. I mean, a Bellator fighter wouldn't call out somebody who's not in Bellator.
Yeah.
And UFC.
How do you get your attention?
Well, I mean, there's matchmakers, managers.
Okay.
Just like for like in any league, like, you know, minor league baseball, there's somebody watching, scouting. There's managers all over the place that are sending in footage directly to the UFC, directly to the matchmakers.
Okay.
And then the matchmakers, if they like it, you know, they'll call you up and maybe have you on the Contender show that they have, on the Tough show, or, you know, numerous things. But yeah, it's kind of a very it's not. I mean, it's kind of like high school football, right? They scout the high school kids to go to college. Same idea.
Gotcha.
Nice. No, so kind of. I mean, it's, you know, I don't want to give out business plans or anything, you know, for competition, but just like forecast, where do you see combat night, say, in 5 years from now? I mean, do you see yourself having to bring on more staff because you just, you know, I can't be everywhere all at the same time?
I mean, we probably won't bring on new staff much. I think we're going on our 9th year right now, and we have 4 people that have been with us for the majority of that time, and we have a couple extras that have kind of come in, like 3 or 4 over the years, but 8 people in 8 years, 9 years. You know, if anything, I'd like to see some of them branch out and do their own events in other parts of the country. I might end up doing some shows out in California in the near future. I got a lot of things on the wall right now that I'm looking at doing. I don't really, I mean, you know, who knows what actually comes together, what doesn't come together. But the only thing for sure that'll happen in 5 years is Combat Night will grow. And that's the only thing I know for sure. And we're already, I mean, it's not even a knock on anybody else in the state of Florida. It's not a knock on whatever, but, you know, the numbers don't lie. You know, we're busting our asses to crank out shows. And I got a small team, but they're serious. They kill it. Ramsey White's operation manager, Richard Cobb, matchmaker. Got Angel Marquez as well. It's like my right-hand man. I got like this little core group of guys and girls. My fiance is on the road with us. My son's on the road with us. Like, it's just, you know, I've purposely built this business so that it's a family. It's like a family business, and it's not just my family, but it's Angel's family, it's Ram's family. You know, it's everyone's family come together. So it's going to be hard to grow it because it's the way it is. But you know,
so how do we get
regardless in 5 years, we'll just be growing.
How do we get one of these cards to wrap around our neck so we can come in
press
and
pass?
Say, we're official press.
Oh yeah, whenever we have our next event.
Oh, that's awesome. We'll be there for sure.
Yeah, next event.
No, that'd be cool.
I mean, it's a silly question. We all want to know. Everyone gets nicknames. How did you get the nickname Mama's Boy? It's just so original.
I mean, I'm a mama's boy, man. My mom was my best friend. She throughout my whole life, like I would tell her, and she'd be like, "I really wish you wouldn't tell me those things, or I really wish you wouldn't talk to me about this." I would call her at 2 a.m, drunk in Tallahassee, and be like, "Mom, how do I make lasagna?" And she would like, get up, and she would tell me the recipe. You know, like she would literally, at 2 a.m, me going home drunk from the bar. So she's my best friend, and
that's cool.
And, you know, I lost her. She passed away on Valentine's Day. It was like 2 or 3 weeks before one of my fights. I was supposed to fight a kid up in Georgia, and she passed away. So I want to say I got the mouthpiece like right at that time was whenever I kind of did it, and I didn't really think of it as a name. I mean, I just kind of thought like, you know, Mama's Boy. Like I'm a Mama's Boy. You know, that's why I got it for the mouthpiece.
Who's gonna tell anything different?
Well, I think that was one where you suplexed
right.
the guy. I think that was a suplex fight where you suplexed him. You got done. You threw the mouthpiece. And you looked up at the camera and you yelled, "Mama's Boy," and then climbed the cage.
Yeah.
I was really gonna be like, "Oh, you're Mama's Boy," and
yeah, I mean, I won't lie. I was watching that video, and I was like, "Oh my god, look at that! He just picked him up." Oh,
I was also a cheerleader for Florida State, like a legit cheerleader on the ground, throwing up girls in the air and stuff. And whenever my second pro fight got the call to fight me, he told me, he said he Googled my name and all he saw that I was a cheerleader, and he laughed. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that sucks."
All right, here we go.
Lost.
Yeah, yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's the best thing. It's like you just lost a cheerleader.
Yeah, Florida State, you hear that, Austin? Cheerleader for Florida State. No, screw UCF. Fake national champions. We're Florida State bound, baby.
Man, here we go. Listen, this is the MMA show today. We're not getting into that.
But yeah,
I'm out of state. I'm University of Hawaii, so that's what I root for. So yeah,
man, football is really bad right now.
Yep. Now, so so what do you think is? You said mid-June. You think that is going to probably be for sure, probably the soonest you think you're going to see a combat night event happening now is June?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, definitely. I mean, let us know when you get up, you know, especially the Orlando area. I don't see why, you know, the three of us can't be, you know, 4 of us can't be there to watch that fight for, you know, and then down south it's going to be a little more difficult just because of work. But, you know, those ones definitely want to try to get to some of those as well. And if there's anything else you want to promote, like a site of yours, gear, you know, the floor is yours. Promote what you want. I mean, it's all, everybody's here watching for that.
Yeah. I mean, the Josh Samman Foundation is something I'm really passionate about right now. You see me wearing the shirt, Josh Samman Foundation. It's just a foundation. It's a scholarship for young fighters if they're in need or if they need training gear, they need help with fight camps. We provide scholarships for them. It's a 501(c)(3). It's a legit nonprofit. And I think to date we've done a little over $36,000 in scholarships.
That's awesome.
And that's not including the gear. Like we've probably done a few $1,000s worth of gear as well. So a lot of people think it's just for combat night fighters, but I'm trying to push that message that it's not. It's not a combat night exclusive thing. It's a Florida and Georgia exclusive thing. So if you fight in Florida or Georgia, you will apply for it. It doesn't have to be a combat night. We're doing it for the fight community, not for the combat night community.
There you go.
Well,
That's awesome.
Well, that is. So how it was started. My co-founder Josh passed away a little over 3 years ago, and we wanted to find a way to cement his legacy and kind of immortalize him. And he was a big fan of giving back communities too. And at the time, we were just doing like every town we'd do a different charity or whatever, but we didn't really have like our own thing we were supporting. And so whenever he passed, it just made sense to start a foundation in his name. So some of his family members, aunts, uncles, old coaches, we all got together and started a foundation.
That's awesome.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. So what's the site on that again, Josh? We'll make sure we post that up there, promote that as well. We broke up a little bit right there. Try it one more time.
I think he's looking it up.
It's Samman it's SammanMMAFoundation.org. And on Twitter, it's Josh Chamale MMA Foundation.
Okay.
Okay. We'll try to get that promoted out there as well, along with the video to get some people coming that way and support it. Yep.
What's that?
No, I said we'll make sure we get that out there for you. Try to get that linked, in case anybody wants to help support you out too, because that's
Yeah,
awesome.
They also have an Amazon. They also have an Amazon Care link. So if you order stuff on Amazon, you can do it through them. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and a portion of the proceeds go to the Samman Foundation. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, definitely. I mean, good.
Yeah. Get that link to us as well, and we'll get all that out so people, because especially right now, Amazon is king. Everybody's buying.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
for sure.
Yeah, but Mitchell, I want to thank you very much for coming on the program, sir.
Yeah.
Taking time away from your family and coming on and seeing us. And if you any of your fighters, anybody else in the program, ever wants to come on, just let us know, and you're more than welcome.
Yep.
We'd love to have you on.
For sure, man. We'll make it happen. For sure,
That's
man.
awesome.
It was nice talking with you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Look forward to it, and we'll be in touch. Especially like I said, look forward to seeing you up in the Orlando area when the next combat night thing. We could
late June
be there for you. So
sounds good. Sounds good, man.
All right, sir. Well, happy Easter. Have a great evening.
Yeah.
Same.
All right.
That was awesome. Oh my God, that was awesome.
That was. I said that's one of those. I'm looking forward to that, and especially the fact that we've got something that close to our back door. I was watching this, I'm like, God, the drive, Lauderdale, Miami.
Come on, take the weekend, man. Come on, it wouldn't hurt to get out there.
It's like, we're talking 20 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not a bit.
Yeah, it's a guys' weekend. We can get down there.
Yeah.
He can't do guys weekends. So Austin, it'll be me and you. We'll go on the guys weekend.
We'll do it, man. We'll get down there and promote it. We'll be in our tank tops, man.
Tank tops, not podcast gear. We can't wear tank tops on podcast, so I'm stuck in a shirt.
I'm gonna get a 3 Beards podcast tank top.
Yeah, maybe I can wear it on a podcast. If we get 100 likes, Chris can wear a tank top on the podcast. We need 100 likes and shares, and so I can wear a tank top on podcast. 100 likes and shares. Give me that, please.
We need
share it to everyone.
No, I'm gonna make this really clear. We need 100 Patreon people giving us money before I'm going to let Chris wear a tank top on the show.
I got everything.
I got pray for me right here. Everybody wants to see pray for me because I need it. I need
pray for me.
No, Jesus God. All right.
Yeah. So
while we're doing the praying, we're getting some Brat's beard care on this beard. It needs it.
While we all hold our breath, we can make sure our beards are in great shape with Brat's Beard Care. Go to bratsbeardcare.com, promo code 3beards, capital B. Get 20% off on all your order along with free shipping. Go check him out. Amazing stuff. I use apple butter and key lime for in his all natural beard soap. Amazing stuff. And what's your guys' favorite?
I like the tobacco, but my beard soap is like a prison bar soap right now. My beard soap's like this big. I need to order some new ones. But
Yeah, me too.
actually, right now today he has a deal on combs and scissors, so you can be in there just.
You need to, especially when there's no barbers open right now.
Yep, I got the scissors work good.
Mine's my favorite still the Island Breeze, and I hope to God he somehow gets some kind of island something back. But right now I'm using Habano. I like it. It's got
Habano.
like a tobacco, pepper, vanilla. It's really cool, man. It's really good. It's the newest scent he's made. So.
Well, stay tuned for the Three Beard Podcast brand. We've got a special blend coming for us.
Hopefully.
Stay tuned for. Yep. Hopefully, stay tuned for that.
And then Nanny Cakes, Nancy Burke. Call, give her a phone call at 407-923-2898. Oh my God, I got it right.
There you go. It took me almost a year.
Yeah, it's only taken me a little while. But yeah, give her a call. Might still gonna be able to make you a cake. It's just
if you can get a pizza
stick it out with a pole, out in a box.
You get pizza and delivery, contactless delivery. She can give you contactless delivery too, man. You're always having parties, celebrations. She's still making cakes, cupcakes. Come on.
She'll drive a drone up to your door, with it riding on the top of it. So that way,
Hey, my brother does it. My brother has a drone. He'll be doing it.
There you go. freebeerspodcast.com. Check us out Instagram, Twitter, and then we're going to be also here Facebook. Like, share, YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Same thing. Like, share it, and we've got a few coming up here. Just to give you guys heads up. Wednesday is going to be a special MMA show. We didn't have another topic, so we're going to be having Jim Allers on. We were able to reschedule him, so he'll be on Wednesday, and then the following Sunday we're going to have Jessica Borga. So we're looking forward to talking to her and seeing about her. So got 2 MMA shows coming up, and then maybe the following Wednesday we'll get to another weird, crazy topic. But
I need 100. I need 100 likes and shares so I can wear my tank top on air. 100 likes and shares.
100 Patreon donations.
I don't even care if it's $1. If we get 100,
$1.
Yeah, we'll sign up for Patreon. We'll get that going. If we can get 100 people to sign up as Patreon people, I'll let you wear a tank top.
You're gonna see why. Pray for me.
That's
got to be double. It's double or none, baby.
Hey, it's all we're gonna do this week, Chris. Is just get people to sign up for Patreon. We got this.
That's it. We got this. Tank top. Pray for me. There we go.
That'll be the only way I'll stamp my okay on that.
We got this. We can do this.
Producer, what's your take on it, producer? Get 100 Patreon account?
Yes.
Yeah, no. He's 200 likes.
And I'll put you on audio only. Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
Producers
so
like
Debbie,
that. All right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Debbie.
Happy birthday, Debbie.
Thanks for getting us in touch with everybody.
It's been great.
Everybody, thanks for watching and take care. Everybody stay safe out there. Happy Easter. And we will see you on Wednesday when we talk to Jim Allers. We find out what's going on in his world. So, gentlemen, good night.
Good night.